Thanks, Florida. What's up, weirdo? Shadetree Surgeon here, and it is the butt crack of dawn, or at least the butt crack of dawn as far as I'm concerned. When you work till 5 o'clock in the morning, 9 a.m. comes pretty early. But hopefully I am up this early with a foggy camera lens for a good reason. I'm hopping on the old shop truck, the Dushkati over here, and heading out to Webster, the largest flea market in the world, and also the home of a motorcycle swap meet that happens the first Sunday of every month. Hoping to find some cool parts for the chopper, maybe some cool parts for the Harley, and I'm taking the Ducati instead of taking the truck because it'll prevent me from spending too much money, hopefully. All right, got some go juice in the big red dog dick. It's time to hit the highway, baby.
Yeah, Webster ain't exactly around the corner. I got a little bit of a haul in front of me. It's pretty far. And all these old coots that run the stands and sell stuff at Webster, they wake up early and they go home early. So you gotta get up and get out there if you want to find something to buy. I'm hoping I can find some pretty good stuff. I won't bore you guys with the ride there. It's gonna be nothing but a highway blast. See you guys at the swap meet. And in the spirit of my German friend Shaft, touring mode activated.
2 hours later.
This is looking rather likely.
Out of all the people I expected to run into out here at Webster, a fellow FTR racer was not one of them. Hey. But very cool. We got about 4 or 5 weekends left before the season starts, and I'm not ready at all. All right, I went over here to check out this chopper and this super cool Econo line and ended up finding exactly what I needed. So I was over here, I was talking to my friend Miles here, and he doesn't have an Instagram, but if you search Miles the Gramless hashtag, apparently it's super popular. All right, I'm officially sweating my ass off, and I've got a bunch of stuff that I need to figure out how to bungee to the Multistrada. Let's head on home and get this stuff on the FXR.
Well, this ought to hold. Here's to hoping. Now, even if it doesn't hold and it all falls off on the highway, I think I only spent about a total of 25 bucks on everything I bought. So at first I was worried that Webster was gonna be kind of a bust, but it was an awesome ride out here, and I got what I needed, because with the stuff that I'm buying for the FXR, I'm just really trying to keep things budget, because when I rebuild it, I want to do everything right. But to get it riding so I can ride it till it dies and then rebuild it, I still have to put a little bit of money in it. I just want it to be absolutely bargain basement minimal, you know what I mean? And when it comes to bargain basement minimal, Webster apparently was the place to go. I got everything for absolutely nothing. Although I will tell you, the old Multistrada was a little bit out of place up there. Guys were definitely looking at me funny as I got off the Multistrada to buy Harley Davidson parts, but hey, I don't give a shit.
2 hours later.
Back home at the garage, and although I haven't gone over what I got at Webster yet, if you saw on the back of the bike, you did see that there was a set of handlebars on there. So yes, if I can make them work, those horrible handlebars on the FXR are finally going away. I hate them, you hate them, everybody agrees, except for Waldo, that those are the worst handlebars they've ever seen on a bike. So let's put something that you guys are probably still gonna hate, but I'm gonna like. Everybody and their brother kept asking, you know, what T-bars are you gonna put on the FXR anyway? Like, that's the only handlebar choice that exists. Well, when it comes to Harley Davidsons, I'm a bit of a traditionalist myself, so I'm putting buckhorns on it. Something tells me these guys might give me a little bit of trouble. Let's see. maybe if I am very careful, I can actually get these out without totally destroying them. But they already look half rounded off, so I'm gonna go ahead and say my chances are, oh, it did come loose. Will I be as lucky over here? I doubt it. These look really rusted out. Yeah, not a chance. Those are definitely gonna have to be drilled out. Managed to get one of these off because the other one's pretty much roached. I'll have to take that off too and see if I can't find something that'll work at the hardware store to replace those. Those are both roached. All right, so this one's gonna have to be drilled out and the hardware is gonna have to be replaced. So let me just get the rest of these handlebars off and the new one's mounted so I can pull some bolts out and start grabbing some hardware. Oh man, ding dong, the witch is dead. Handlebars are going away. And there we go. All right, before I get too far ahead of myself, I really just need to go up to the hardware store and grab some new fasteners for this because the stuff that came out of there is what you call roach. And I'm back. Let me tell you, you guys who do this stuff all the time probably won't be surprised, but this little bag of stainless steel fasteners cost almost twice as much as I spent on everything at Webster. Not cheap, but at least everything's gonna be new and stainless steel now. You know, I don't know if there's any particular reason that people use those old button heads that I took out of here instead of the ones that look like this, but I feel like these are way stronger. Maybe the button head is just for looks, but I'm just replacing them with these guys. Yeah, these feel way stronger than the button heads. Well, by howdy, I think I got bars. My next Webster treasure actually cost me less than just 2 of the bolts that I needed to buy to hold it on. And that's this Seen Better Days fender. Been real sick and tired of getting sprayed in the face with rain on this FXR. I got no problem not running a fender on my chopper, but the FXR is getting a fender. I'm really not even gonna bother to paint it. I'm just gonna slap it on there like this. It looks terrible, but so does the rest of the bike. Really not even sure if this is the right fender for what year this is, but it looks like if it's the right fender or not, I can at least bolt it on, so it'll work. All right, well, that fender definitely looks a little wonky, like it's seen better days. Doesn't exactly hug the wheel, you know what I mean? But it will stop me from getting splashed with mud and rain, and that's what I want it for. And finally, the cherry on the cake. I picked up these bad boys for $5 whole. Hell yeah! Live to ride, baby. No whack-ass anti-scene FXR is complete without a couple of really lame-ass mirrors. And I wanted mirrors anyway. I was looking for some, and these were sitting in a junk pile, and I said, baby, I gotta have them. All right, I'm all for the bike looking funny, but something tells me that these mirrors weren't exactly made with buck horns in mind. So I think I'm gonna have to modify my $5 mirrors a little bit because boy, they are sticking out pretty far there, buddy. It's like some trailer mirrors, like I'm getting ready to tow something back there. That's pretty bad. And just so you don't think I'm exaggerating, let me get it from this side so you guys can see exactly how far off that sticks off the bike. I don't think that's gonna work, man. I'm gonna be running that into everything. All right, I just might have a solution. You see, I've got from my good friend Jesse, as I'm dropping parts all over the place, I have these just lying around, and what this is it's really made to just kind of mount a little round mirror on a chopper, but it looks like the diameter of my Live to Ride mirrors are about the same as the universal round mirrors that go on those, so I think I'm going to be able to mount them, and worst case scenario, I'll just mount the round ones. I really want my Live to Ride. By God, I think it might actually work. Well, they're on there. The OFXR's got Forrest Whitaker eye, but they're on there, okay? All right, I'm not usually the guy who's complaining about things being off, but even that was a little off for me before, so I got them a little more even. They're still not completely even, and you can see right here that the rods that are holding them in are all cockamamie in different places just to get them on a level playing field right now, but I don't know, I still like it, and I got my Live to Ride mirrors, baby. Hell yeah. And you know,
I'm feeling lazy about leaving that fender like that, so I guess I will paint it. I'll try to be a little more careful with yours. That's right, buck horns, just the way God intended FXRs to be. Woo! I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm loving it, man. I love these buck horns, but I've always loved buck horns. I think they're comfortable. I actually think they look cool. I know most people think they look super whack, but I freaking love them. To me, buck horns are classic Harley handlebars. This is what a Harley's handlebars looks like when I think about a Harley Davidson. And when I think about an FXR, I mean, this is what they came with from the factory. This is what it probably would have looked like. I got my buckhorn handlebars. I got my new front fender. I got my dirty, crusty, live to ride mirrors. Yeah, boy, the anti-scene FXR is rocking. Definitely need some new handlebar bushings. I hope taking the T-bars off of this thing would kind of calm down that wiggle, but actually freeing it up just made it worse. So we're taking the back way to Coppertail. I don't even want to take this thing on the highway right now. Yeah, that would be a bad idea with any kind of, if you got any kind of speed wobble, you could really mess yourself up. Ah, this is so much better than those stupid T-bars. God, I hated those things. Man, I get a really bad false neutral between 4th and 5th if I'm not careful. Ah, that was fun, man. I had fun putting all this stuff on, going up to Webster, grabbing this stuff. Like I said, I spent about $25 for everything that I got for this. Plus, I got a 3/4 inch front axle because a new front end, a 39mm front end to put on this. So I'm gonna need a different axle for that eventually. Yeah, about 25 bucks for everything I got up there, $5 to get in. And all the hardware, like all the nuts and bolts I bought to put it on because I wanted all like stainless grade 8 fasteners, was literally over $50. Ah, well, they're gonna get you somewhere, I guess. I'm trying to keep everything on this as budget as possible. Like I said, this is just patchwork stuff. None of this stuff is permanent. I'm just slapping all this ridiculous stuff on the FXR to keep it going long enough to kill it. And if you guys don't know why I'm trying to kill this FXR, it's because once I do kill this motor or transmission or whatever happens to go first, once I kill it, this whole thing's getting stripped down to the frame and completely rebuilt. But until then, I'm gonna beat up on it and have my fun. So now we're headed up to Coppertail Brewery. They actually just got a completely different menu up there. We've been to Coppertail a bunch, but we always have a good time there. A lot of our friends work there. We have a great time at that brewery. It's almost like our sister bar to the Dirty Shame. Their whole staff hangs out at the Dirty Shame, and we always go up there. So I'm excited to check out their new menu and see what it's all about. I almost forgot to tell you guys, Kyle Does Tattoos on Instagram, I'll have him linked down below, made me an official Krusty Glide Harley Davidson decal that I'm going to end up printing out and slapping on the side of this sucker. Krusty Glides are where it's at now. Nobody wants nice FXRs. Shit, man. Nice FXRs with T-bars are so last week. It's all about shitty FXRs now. Alright, they had one of my favorites in the day swim, which is vanilla flavored treatment of their night swim. Good stuff. Next up, we got the Triple P, which stands for, I gotta grab my actual list here. It stands for pineapple, papaya, and prickly pear. It's a Florida Vice sour beer.